Alright, now while we wait for this milk to heat up, I want to share with you some of the research that I've done about matcha and green tea, especially during pregnancy. That is something I was really curious about. Can you have matcha or green tea while you are pregnant, and is it too much caffeine? Yeah, just what are the studies saying? Is it good or not good? Now, what you should know from the start is that matcha and green tea are very different. It's coming from the same plant essentially, but it is in the way that they process the plant where you get matcha or green tea. The green tea leaves are picked and then dried and sort of left to ferment over time, and that's why they turn black. And yeah, we make green tea with that. But the matcha is processed much differently. It is grown in a different kind of setting where the weather has a great impact on the actual plant and the properties in the plant. And then when it is harvested, I'm not really sure about the whole process of how it is dried and preserved and somehow made into this fine powder, which we call matcha. But it is different than green tea, and just the way that it was grown had a different effect on the actual properties of the plant, which is very fascinating if you think about all the plants that we consume in nature, to think that just their growing conditions can have such a large impact on the end result, especially in relation to the actual benefits like amino acids that are in them or antioxidants that can vary depending on the conditions that they were grown in. So very interesting. So that's the first thing to note, is green tea and matcha are very different. Then you also want to know that there are various grades of matcha. A lower grade, which you can use for cooking, I think, probably in foods like desserts and so on. If you're going to be making this at home, you are looking for a high grade matcha powder, sorry. And yeah, source a good kind. Now, it can be very expensive to buy matcha from the store. I have, for little bags, paid so much, and so I have just resorted to buying it in bulk in a big bag like this. And then just again, if you are going to use it for a matcha latte, you want to be looking for superior grade or high grade. I make my matcha with raw milk and about 1 teaspoon of high grade matcha powder. And then you're also going to need one of these little sifty, I don't know, mixing little, it looks almost to me like a little Hawaiian dress dancing little thing. Anyway, I'm not really sure what this is called, but you're going to need one of these. This helps to mix the powder with the milk, and that way you won't have any clumps in your matcha latte. I usually start by just adding a little bit. I did a little too much there anyway. Oops. Anyway, you can start by doing a little bit and just swishing it around. My husband said this is the best way, actually. And I find that I get fewer clumps if I do it this way. Kind of using the palms of my hand or the edges here to swish this little mixer in between my hands. That kind of fluffs up the milk in there and makes it nice and mixed with the matcha. There's one more clump, so we'll give it another chance. I did put too much milk in here initially. Start by a little bit, get all the clumps out, and then you want to add the rest of your milk. So I overshot on my milk content here. Then it'll look something like that. So tasty. Now I use a teaspoon of this matcha powder for a big cup like this. So I'm gonna sip on that, and while I do that, I want to share with you The big question, can you have green tea or matcha tea while you're pregnant? And from my understanding, the way that matcha is grown and processed, the caffeine in that versus the caffeine in, let's say, coffee, is actually very different. And there is something in matcha which also affects how your body absorbs this caffeine. So let me read to you because well, the internet is much smarter and can say it way better than me. So it says that matcha caffeine is uniquely different in that amino acid, specifically theanine, works in synergy with the caffeine. This amino acid theanine benefits not only the functioning of the brain, but how the body distributes and absorbs matcha's alkaline caffeine. So while both matcha and green tea come from the leaves of the Cabezalis sinensis plant, which is the science name for the plant that the green tea leaves come from, both have very different properties thanks to how they're processed. So what we do know from matcha is that it comes from the same plant as green tea, but is grown in very different conditions. And this makes it have a higher chlorophyll content. The leaves are then pulverized into a powder, which is then used to make this matcha drink. I should tell you that there are, from what I can see, no actual studies or evidence that you shouldn't have green tea while you're pregnant. Obviously, there's caution about how much caffeine you should be consuming when you're pregnant, so that's something to take into consideration. And you know, caffeine can be addictive just like sugar, and so it's good to be mindful in a pregnancy. I mean, in all of your life, but even in a pregnancy, everything that you're consuming is going directly to this baby, as I'm very aware of also. And so heaps of caffeine, just like heaps of sugar, probably is not what your body wants in general, and neither a growing baby. So that's something to keep in mind. Very addictive, probably not all that beneficial for your body. Now, matcha does have benefits, just like green tea does. There are benefits in these teas, and so you could ask, well, is the benefits of drinking this better than, or do they outweigh the negatives of having this much caffeine? So, you know, everything in moderation as usual. And so that's why I have been drinking matcha tea throughout my pregnancy. Okay. Right, so the benefits of this amino acid theanine is that it provides kind of relaxing neurotransmitters in your body. And so while you're consuming a beverage that has caffeine in it, it also has this amino acid that is telling your body to relax. So that's kind of a great way to get a little bit of a kick out of caffeine like we do when we have coffee, but not have it totally just be overstimulating your body. So it kind of offsets caffeine. But matcha has a lot of caffeine in it still, and so you have to think, is this worthwhile? I'm probably saying it's not a good idea to have this often. And so why drink matcha in the first place if you're pregnant? Well, there are lots of health benefits still, just like with green tea. It is high in antioxidants and vitamins, and it's said to help support your brain function, and it can help your liver. I mean, there's lots of things that are in this plant that are beneficial for you. That's why people drink green tea, because it is healthy. But you just want to sort of be considering how much caffeine you are taking in. Maybe it is more beneficial to rather have the tea where you're not consuming the entire leaf, you're merely steeping it, versus matcha powder where you're actually mixing it into the drink and consuming all of the plant. Now, you're consuming all of the plant with matcha because you're actually grinding it up. Well, it's ground up into a fine powder, that's what I mean to say, and you are mixing that into the milk, and so you are drinking the entire substance, whereas with green tea you're usually steeping it in some tea and just sort of drinking whatever has seeped into the water, but not actually eating the leaves, unless you want to eat the leaves. Although I don't think most people do that. So in one case you're consuming all of the plant, more nutrients, more caffeine. In the other, you're not. And so that's something to consider. But yes, there is no study saying that you shouldn't have it. Now, I am not advocating for you to drink green tea while you're pregnant. That's not what this is about. I'm merely saying that, you know, there isn't, from what I can find, a super a super no on this. There isn't a super definitive no, you cannot have green tea or matcha while you are pregnant. But it is worthwhile considering how much caffeine you are consuming. And so I actually also have been having rooibos tea lattes and turmeric lattes because I really enjoy warm milk and I love lattes, and obviously I'm not having heaps of coffee now. I just feel like that's not necessary. And so the way I've gotten around that is by having an occasional matcha latte, but also having some rooibos and turmeric lattes, which are great alternatives to matcha. It has a different taste. Both are very healthy for you, lots of antioxidants and benefits to your health. And so totally worthwhile, and stick around. I'm going to be making some videos about them coming up very soon. I've made a rooibos tea video already about the benefits of that, and so if you're interested, I'll link that below. Very, very good for you to be having, definitely, in your pregnancy. Turmeric as well, so check out for that. But there are other ways that you could have more lattes if that's what you're into. But thank you for joining me. I hope that has been a little bit helpful. I really wanted to know if I could have green tea and matcha while I was pregnant, and so I'm happy to know that yes, I can. Just consider the amount of caffeine that you are consuming while you're pregnant. It's worthwhile for you and your baby. And if you're not pregnant, I hope that this has still been interesting to you. My usual content is here in the kitchen making something to eat from either something we've grown in our garden or just experimenting with good and healthy food. And so if that interests you, we would love for you to stick around. Please subscribe to this channel and catch some of our upcoming content, or stay tuned for our garden coming up this year. We just started our seedlings indoors, and I'm very much looking forward to all that we'll grow and preserve this year. So stay tuned. All right, see ya. Bye. Thank you.